Hi, Aquarius. I just lost my voice there. Welcome, Aquarius. This reading is going to be for June 2021. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. As always, those who've been intuitively guided to the channel, thank you again for paying attention to your intuition. You know, I always feel that your spirit guide's trying to nudge you towards your way out or your answer or something like that. So I always have gratitude when you pay attention to that. You certainly could be in love with an Aquarius and checking on their energy. Again, remember, your spirit guides know that. Your spiritual team, they know that. So there'll probably be some messages for you too. So welcome, everyone. Again, for June, but I want you to remember, time is fluid. Whenever you find the reading, I get messages all the time where people will accidentally run into a reading or watch a reading that was a year ago or 2 years ago, but it feels so present moment to them, and it is for them. So it's fluid. Okay, we are going to begin with the Mother Mary deck. We'll read it at the end. And you know what I'm going to say. It always blows me away. It's always perfect. Well, miracle. We'll take it. We accept it. We claim it. I trust in God to know the perfect solution to this situation. A miracle. So something's going to feel like a miracle, or something in, let's just say, your physical world feels like a miracle. We'll read that at the end. I'm going to bring this lid down so you can see more of the table. And now let's bring in the Tarot of Dreams. Miracle. I trust in God to know the perfect solution to this situation. Can talk about surrendering something so a miracle can come in. Sometimes, divine waits on us to close doors that we resist to close sometimes. And I don't want to say miracles are held back. It's just we may not have, that's weird, we may not have the awareness. Okay. Your cards are acting strange. It's funny, all of a sudden the stars on the reverse side of these cards is popping out to me. I didn't even know they had the signs there. All right. Well, we have the Ten of Swords. Now, good news, bad news, right? Bad news is this is, a period where you feel like people are stabbing you in the back. People are, betrayal, that type of thing. This is the energy where I feel like I really can't take anymore. The good news, it's the first card. It's the 10. So it's, here's a miracle. So I feel like this energy, if you allow it, feels like it's coming to an end. We have the Palace of Cups in reverse, and I'm going to leave it that way. And that's okay. This just talks about the atmosphere of where you find yourself. And Cups is talking about, love, family, relationships. In reverse, so someone's not feeling the love. It doesn't mean love's not there, but the love is not feeling abundant. We have the Three of Wands. We have the King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You know, it doesn't have to be. This feels like you looking out towards this energy more than anything. Right? Like, my cup is not full here in the Palace of Cups. With the 10 of Swords before that, you know, it's almost like more than I can take. 3 Wands is almost like a different viewpoint, right? Starting to see that light, starting to feel optimistic about my future. How it relates to the King of Wands, we'll see. Some of you definitely, this is representing someone that you are moving towards, I feel. All right, look at this. We have the 2 of Cups coming under the 10 of Swords. Interesting. We have the Knight of Wands. Someone's coming into energy's coming in that is going to definitely stir your heart. I feel like it. It's definitely going to awaken your heart. Well, there you go. There's a Knight of Cups. So, not only passionate energy, but also the Knight of Cups. Each of these knights brings something in, bringing it in to the 2 of Cups. Now, you must be in that 2 of Cups. And listen, you may have even been with a soulmate. You know, remember that. You have more than one soulmate. And who better to teach you the lessons that your soul wants to learn than your soulmate, right? Karmic is when we're just paying back what we've done to another. It comes back to us, right, in some form. But here, I'm feeling that this is, you know, it's saying that it's attached to a soulmate. We have the 7 of Pentacles. You know, they came in reverse. We're going to leave them that way. I feel like I can't read one and not in reverse and not the others. But I understand it at the same time. Temperance. Temperance is divine timing. And in some way, somehow, you know, you may be trying to control something that is beyond, let's just say beyond your control. You know, especially if it's like a seed of intention, and we have the 7 of Pentacles here, and that is your soul's seed of intention. That's how I read it. And, you know, both of these cards, the 7 of Pentacles and Temperance, call for patience, but they're both in reverse. Now, does that mean it's moving quickly? I don't know. We do have these Knights coming in, but yet I almost don't like the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, because I feel like part of this, listen, no matter what's in that 10 of Swords, I feel like, you know, like no matter how I feel pinned down, let's say in the 10 of Swords, I feel like in my mind there's still something I'm picturing, you know, still something I'm dreaming, and it's in the 10 of Cups, right? Almost like I'm bowing down to it. So, what feels like a period of love, let's just say, that has not gone so well. You know, it could be calling for a cycle that's ready to end, right? I've been with someone, you know, I stayed too long. The love has drained out. I mean, the palace is in reverse. It's like the cup, it's all spilling out. But yet my thoughts, my imagination, my dreaming is of, you know, of this ship coming towards you. And that ship, with the Knight of Cups right below it, it's a cup of love, right? A cup of emotion. Let's put it that way. Traveling through the Knight of Cups, or the Knight of Wands, which is very passionate type energy. It is fast-moving energy. And some of you may have already met someone. You know, you may already be thinking of someone else. Seven of Pentacles and Temperance in reverse. I'm not sure that it can be all it can be. And as I say that, I'm thinking, why would I say that? And the only thing that comes to mind is that Ten of Swords, right? How I said in the beginning, sometimes we resist what needs to close. Why do we usually resist it? Well, because we know change. It's change, and change can be hard, right? We fear change, where really we shouldn't. So, Temperance is about divine timing. And I just don't know, like, am I trying to push something beyond divine timing? Let's see. Have I not ended one thing where I want another thing to begin? Card of Sagittarius, by the way. I don't know if I said that. We have the Queen of Cups. Interesting how everything's coming in reverse. Not everything, but a lot of it. Queen of Cups can be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be. This is about someone who, you know, when I think of the Queen of Cups, in the light, I think of someone who enjoys being in a relationship, you know, is someone who values having that partnership. That person, right? That person that, you know, first person I call when something happens, that type of thing. She's usually very open and loving and nurturing in relationships, but, you know, she's in reverse. And interesting enough, when I look at this Knight of Wands, it is kind of like he's backing up, right? Whoa, almost like there's the cliff, right towards that Two of Cups. So that tells me if what I am looking for is a good relationship, right? Let's say a truly loving partnership. Well, then we know that this door of the Ten of Swords has to close, right? Because you can't. It's almost like you can't have one. You can't have this one and also have this, what this second row feels like, which is really ignited and fulfillment. And but yet, here I am, maybe doubting a little bit. Is this king really a soulmate? Okay. I feel like I need to say, if the Ten of Swords resonates to you, and again, a lot of times Ten of Swords it feels like other people are stabbing me in the back, right? But yet there's 10 dang swords in you. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like at the 5, that's when like, if we were following our soul's journey at the 5, we probably would have seen it for what it really was, and maybe ended it then. But I didn't. I stayed for the next 5. It's almost like until every drop of love has been drained out. And Temperance seems to almost come against that, like I'm not moving anything, you know, as this energy exists, because truly one can't be in the other's energy, or we could say the vibration doesn't match. But here, in the Three of Wands, it is the energy, I feel like, of maybe even changing your outlook, right? This is an optimistic viewpoint. This is belief, right? I believe it can happen, and therefore it can. This is looking also at love. Okay, well, let's keep going. Well, I feel like your cards are being aggressive. We have the Page of Swords. This could be communication that comes in that can certainly change your outlook. Well, we have the Queen of Wands. Now, I want to tell you something. You know, this is also fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to be. It's showing us like-minded energy, soulmate energy, the Queen and the King, right? What comes in between them? The Seven of Pentacles. So this is our soul of intention. Here's our souls, you know, wanting to bring in love. Well, the Knight of Cups feels like, okay, well, one is, but someone is not believing, I guess, that, and I don't feel like this is of old. I feel like this is new. Even if this is someone who's coming back, I don't feel like it's the person who caused the Ten of Swords. Because I feel like, excuse me, I feel like that love is drained. It's drained. Right? Let's look at our future and what it can be. So anyways, because I feel like here's communication. Now listen, this communication could certainly help you close that Ten of Swords. Okay, we have more cards. We have the Strength card. That's nice. That's the energy of overcoming. This is an energy that, you know, first of all, what it tells you is that Ten of Swords doesn't have you beat. Matter of fact, when you can just see it for what it is, no judgment, nothing, I'm just seeing it for what it truly is. You know, I feel like it's like you start to come alive. And really, that's what matters, is that you're coming alive. So this is an inner strength. And I feel like often we should stop and congratulate ourselves when we do close these doors, right? But this tells you it only makes you stronger, right? This is the energy of overcoming the beast, and it's the beast within. That can be me being in that Ten of Swords and staying, even though all the love has drained out of this, here I am in that Ten of Swords. Now, again, the good news is just first card. And then with the Strength card, we have the King of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, we have the Queen here, too, of Cups. So we're getting a lot of like-minded energy here. Except we have our Queen here in reverse. However, it's interesting because it's almost like this Queen down here is saying, I couldn't imagine being in a relationship. I mean, it's just been hard, right? It's just been hard. It's been draining. It's been painful. That type of thing. And, you know, I'm in that kind of energy. And then, boom, I feel like this is some type of communication that comes towards you. And it's coming from the energy of love. And remember, the knights are sent out by the Queen and the King. Well, here is that King. And this could certainly all of a sudden turn this Queen around, at least for the time being, and turn her into this Queen of Wands, which is about intuition, action, passion. You know, because maybe the energy, you know, this is very passionate, but also loving energy, created of soulmate energy and of your soul's intention, right? And then here's Temperance, divine timing. I don't know. I feel like what I just said. But I'm thinking, how can I get you here to here? Okay. Anyways, you know, maybe this Queen needed to overcome this King, right? Needed to figure out these 10 swords so that she could overcome it, right? Maybe this King already has. Could be, certainly this, you know, this grouping, it feels like almost like it could be someone of the past. And I feel like they both share the Strength card. So this is each having, like, you know, it's like each of us have our cross to bear. And the more that we understand it and look at it for reality and you know, see it for what it is in the present moment, the more that we can overcome them and understand, you know what I mean? And then it becomes your wisdom, all that. So, I feel like this may be of the past. Okay, I'm going to keep them over here. By the way, Strength card is the card of Leo. We have the Death card on the bottom of the deck. First of all, it's a card of Scorpio. However, the Death card asks you to consider to close doors. This is about not resisting endings. What is meant to end, allow it to end. And, you know, the great thing about the Death card is it's also a rebirth, right? It's a rebirth. It's a new way of looking, you know, through the Three of Wands, a new way of looking at my future. Letting those swords out. Let them drop out of your back. So, this is the underlying energy, and I feel like that's why Temperance is the reverse here. Almost like certain doors that have to close because one energy doesn't fit with the other. Like one of these things don't belong. Doesn't mean there's not reason that it exists, but again, it definitely feels the energy of you got to find a way to overcome. You got to find that way. Don't tell yourself you can't, because then you won't. But if you tell yourself you can, and listen, you know, the energy change starts at 3. And 3 certainly means joy, right? And that's an inner joy. That's looking at all that can be. Why do I want to stay in this Ten of Swords anyways if it's regarding love? Because again, I feel like the love is drained. Why would I want to keep myself there? Well, because change may be, the thought of it may be overwhelming. And I feel like this is about just slowly walking into it. Death card says don't resist it. Alright, let's bring in the Light Seers. We have the Tower, and we have the King of Cups again. They did show to me in reverse. So, you know, first of all, I feel like this King of Cups is meditating for answers about this tower, right? This could be a tower that split 2 people up. Again, I don't feel like it's this Ten of Swords, because I feel like, again, even though there can be reasons that you stay, I feel like love is not one of them. So anyways, it almost tells me that maybe the king has had more opportunity to overcome this tower energy, because this was what he's doing, is overcoming. For some, I just want to say I feel like there's a quick message of there's an answer to something that you're asking that will avoid the tower, right? And this king feels like he's taking that moment to quiet his mind and open himself to the answer. So I feel like quickly I had to say that. Anyway, I know they're in reverse, but for right now I'm just going to keep them that way. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles, to be honest, is taking advantage of, and I don't mean in a ego way, I mean in a wise way of about this palace that's in reverse, right? About the love that's drained out, that has drained away. I feel like she's looking right at that Ten of Swords. Again, I just feel like we're all people here unless we feel it's particular, you know what I mean? So I feel like we're all the Queen of Pentacles here. But anyways, I feel like she is looking right at that Ten of Swords. And I feel like one of the things she may be realizing, you know, well, I feel like what she's doing with that Ten of Swords and this Palace of Cups in reverse, I feel like in some way becomes her Pentacles. I often feel she's a business owner, that type of thing. You know, the Queen of Pentacles, what's her specialty, so to speak? Well, she is, you know, she sees details that other people miss, right? That they just glare over. They don't consider, right? She's someone who, when she is when, let's just say, I'm grounded, I'm able to see those details for truly what they are. And I feel like this queen is then perhaps doing something with that. Could even talk about this King of Cups in a tower. We have the Five of Pentacles. So, you know, there is the energy of change and there is the energy of struggle. However, what else does it bring? It brings the excitement of the possibility of a new way of being. You know, the Five of Pentacles calls you the spirit warrior. And to remember that, many times it is a tower that causes this energy. It's almost like out of our control. Feeling thrown out in the cold, right? That type of thing. And, you know, so the card asked me to move through the struggle. And why? Well, one of its main messages is because it's moving you towards soulmate energy. And here it is on the table, too. This is also the energy where, like I said, with this Queen of Pentacles, looking right at that Ten of Swords over this House of Love reversed. She is creating pentacles from it. And, you know, sometimes these towers, like, right? Like, I don't want them. But then when we do overcome them, it's like we have the opportunity to, you know, almost create out of that. Five of Pentacles talks about what you've been through is a lesson. And the things that it has taught you, the struggle that change asks is what builds your character, right? That makes you who you are. And you're not weak, right? And you got to keep reminding yourself that. So this is moving through the struggle and kind of keeping my eye open towards the future. You know, I feel like this represents this card. If you look at the art, like here's this girl, right? She's over here and she's down. But I almost feel like she's in non-movement. And then here's a lock that's right there. So if she was in awareness, like if she'd keep herself in the state of awareness, she'd know that there was a lock right there and she could open that door. And who knows? Well, I kind of feel on the other side of that door can be a miracle. Can feel like a miracle. Can change your course in life. Oh, we got a card over here. Well, I kind of like seeing that. The Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups means that, you know, you are moving through the Five of Pentacles because the Eight is about a new beginning. It's asking you to allow yourself to have these new beginnings. The Eight of Cups says before you keep walking, take a moment and, you know, what's the word I want to say? And look over your emotional house. Make sure you have it in order. Make sure that you learn from those Ten of Swords. And again, make it part of your wisdom. Don't call yourself weak from it, right? I feel like your soul wanted to have this experience. You know, even though you may not, maybe right now, understand that. So anyways, the Eight of Cups just says take a moment and make sure your own, this talks about self, your own emotional house is in order. Why? Well, I can tell you why. Because there's energy coming towards you that is feels kind of powerful. So, Five of Pentacles moving into the Eight of Cups. You know, do you give yourself this new beginning? Do you accept the change and allow yourself to move out of that Ten of Swords? Do you take what is these experiences that have happened to you and allow yourself to collect it as wisdom? And I feel like, you know, many of you, then it may even change your world, and you find yourself like doing things new jobs, new businesses, new places, new people. Can be people of the old, like, you know, I know a lot have moved back to hometowns, myself included. Wow, I just realized that, myself included. You know, I feel like there's energy of someone that you know, I may like or I may love, but they're not quite showing me that back. You know, I feel like what you're going to remember is you got to keep moving in your life. And, you know, it can be that your vibrations are just in different places too. So you got to keep moving forward in your life. And as you do that, for those who, let's say, really want to be with us, well, they will work to meet our vibration. We shouldn't lower ours, right, to meet theirs. Especially if you've been working on yourself and growing your spirituality. Don't allow yourself to lower, because in Ten of Swords, I'm almost surrendering to that energy. But I mean in a way where I may not, it's almost like the Tower forces me to move from that. Okay, so right now I'm feeling that this, for some of you, the Tower is what actually forces you, and that can be in anything. King of Cups may have brought the Tower in. So it does feel like it forces you into that Five of Pentacles energy. And the Five of Pentacles energy, I have to stay aware in that energy. I don't want to surrender. This is about change. And awareness. You know, I keep saying awareness because I feel like if I really look at what I had, there, you know, what have I been fighting for anyway? Because I feel like things are changing in your life if you allow them, right? Eight of Cups for some of you just may be that very awareness, like, it's crazy. I was fighting for something that really, for what? We have the Nine of Swords. Well, okay. You know, I feel like some of you are driving yourself crazy over wondering if someone's a soulmate. If they're a soulmate, maybe I'm not supposed to leave them, that type of thing. Listen, if you're not feeling loved, if it's not feeling, you know, if it's not fulfilling to you, because again, that palace is empty, even if it's a soulmate, and even if, let's say, you're meant to, even if this love comes back together, it has to come back in a different way, right? Otherwise, we'll just make the same mistakes, okay? So the Eight of Cups says, I've got to get my own emotional house in order. The Nine of Swords coming over that soulmate energy, and the Ten of Swords. You know, some of you may have felt that someone was going to bring you the Tower and you were fearing it, but nonetheless, it happened. Right? It happened. Throws you into that Five of Pentacles energy. However, I feel like when you really or finally look at, let's just say, the last cycle of your life, you can see why and how. Again, I'm just going to, it almost feels like I got to go back to the Five of Swords, because that is when I probably should have maybe closed a door, but I didn't. And many of us don't, right? We go past that door, because that door requires us to look at our energy and look at others and what is toxic to us. Sometimes we don't want to give up the things that are toxic to us, right? Because there may be a certain temptation or a certain, let's just say, pleasure within it. But in the long run, it's not serving you. It's not expanding your soul. It's not you need to have some dark experiences, I feel, because you have to learn how to see through the dark, right? It's like you can see through the dark, but many times that's why we blindfold ourselves, because that dark, I'm afraid to look at it. Nothing to be afraid of. It's just an experience that your soul wanted to have. There's a great opportunity to learn from it. Self-awareness, but for some of you, making your pentacles, Nine of Swords, sometimes in this energy, I feel doom. The Tower says, well, maybe what felt like doom does happen, but you can recover. You certainly can recover. And not just that, when you're moving through this energy, I feel like Divine is very clear about saying there's help along this path. But the first step had to be yours. Like, you had to move into it before we could really send in this and that. And that tells me a lot of times that means there were important lessons that Divine cannot help you through, right? It's for you. It's yourself. It's your soul. Anyway, let's keep going. Well, there is that temptation, right? So what the devil does, tempts you, right? Tells you everything's going to be great, right? But it's not. It is you living in someone else's energy, and it doesn't, ultimately, if you look at it, it's like, it doesn't fit mine. This is a card of Capricorn. And it's interesting because it's funny because I feel like some of you, like when you were kids, someone would be like, "Oh, you little devil." Like someone used to say, "Oh, you little devil. You're such a little devil." But I feel like it, it's just out of love. Anyway, some of you, Capricorn is the Queen of Pentacles. This comes over the Knight of Wands. And then look at this. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So first of all, let's just say this. I feel within the Queen of Pentacles that's many of you taking, once I have this awareness, it's almost like Divine is intervening and allowing you to see what it is you need to see within that Eight of Cups, really, so you can clear it once and for all. Sometimes it's just the realization that I stay, even though the love is drained, right? I fear the end. Why? Because change is hard for me, maybe. I fear that I won't be successful. I fear that there's no more love out there. And it's interesting because all this energy is moving towards you is exactly what you fear you won't have, right? But again, this Knight of Wands is kind of like saving himself from jumping over a cliff. Now, I don't mean that for you, but, and this could be reversed too. I want you to know that. But here's a Queen in reverse, at this point, not really receptive to it. I feel like also, like when you're in the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Cups, and maybe a Tower comes in, but you keep yourself in that heavy energy, you're not you're not trying to grow yourself, that type of thing. I feel like you do attract more and more, like almost like karmic lessons, or maybe even divine lessons, and they may become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until you, boom, pay attention. Until you, boom, make that change. Why? Because your soul wants to experience life. Your soul is not the one that's saying no to love again. It is your humanness. It is our humanness, right? In this Queen of Cups reversed, it makes complete sense to me, right? So therefore, I fear, and I feel like, the Nine of Pentacles is a very independent energy. Maybe I was codependent back here, and that's where my fear come from. So I'm almost forced in some way to find a way to take care of me. And the Nine of Pentacles would say, well, clear that emotional house, and that is what you'll have. Nine of Pentacles talks about success. Especially in building your pentacles, especially in creativity. This is hard work. This is, I say hard work, but what it really is, it's focusing upon it. Well, you have the Queen of Pentacles, so it's almost like she can pick out those things, and again, maybe I'm creating from it, from my struggle. I feel like this is how Spirit uses us, or God uses us, through our experiences, right? Because here I am going through the struggle, and it forces me to clear my emotional house to understand it. And then ultimately, I have this independent, no more codependent energy about me, right? And then my experience, my very experiences, I find through this Queen of Pentacles, right? Looking at all that that energy, and now seeing it from her wisdom, therefore uses it to help others. And I feel like that is how our energy is in the light used. Our experiences, our awarenesses help others who are still in the dark. We can be their light. So that's why I feel our guides say, don't look at your past as mistakes. Look at them as experiences. Sometimes the Tower had to come because we may have been doing the opposite of what the Death card asks for. Right? We may have been resisting and ending. Well, we have the Ace of Wands now coming over the Seven of Pentacles, and I like that because the Ace of Wands is awareness. And it is coming over your soul's intention. Some of you, I feel like you need to take on the art of either meditation or get more into nature, or like walks, be quiet your mind, because I feel like that's the time. It's almost like where, like I picture you and your spiritual team like having conversations taking place in your head. I feel like trust that. Eight of Cups, she's heading towards, and it shows her heading towards emotional fulfillment from herself. She's finding herself. And then we have the Ace of Wands. It's like the awareness over the Seven of Pentacles. The awareness, now I get it. Now I get it. Now that I'm using it somehow in my, let's just say, my pentacle world, whether it be my career, my art, it's in my art, that type of thing. It's the energy of success. And I just want to say, like, good job, because I feel like, I know this journey. I think we all know this journey. And I think the more that we're able to look at experiences and understanding, I wonder why I'd want to have that. What did it teach me? The easier life gets. It doesn't mean the challenges stop coming, but I get through them with this knowing that I can. So, anyway, let's keep going. You know, it's funny because over the Knight of Wands, which is this passionate energy moving towards you, I know you're the other part of this Two of Cups. This passion, it's like, you know, if passion, I feel like Divine is saying, if this passion came rushing towards you now, like if you were still in the Nine of Swords and that is in your head, that is unnecessary worry. Especially when it's attached to divine energy, divine timing. Unnecessary. Let go. Don't try to control what you can't control, right? Be in the Nine of Pentacles, right? Thinking about what can I build, right? The builder, the creator, the co-creator, ideas, epiphanies come to you. You know, I feel like in no way are you left hanging out in the cold. There's like answers, there's ways, right? Epiphanies where you can truly be successful at something. But the devil over the Knight of Wands was like, do I trust this energy? Can I trust this energy? Well, the Queen of Pentacles looking down at the devil would say, read between the lines. Use your energy, right? That's how you tell. For some of you, I feel like it's also representing Capricorn too. But I do feel, you know, like, oh my God, could I, you know, am I leaving a soulmate? Well, don't worry about that stuff. Am I heading towards a soulmate? It's just love. Love is love. We have the Four of Pentacles. So first of all, I think of you're like, I'm grounded in this energy. It's just about my foundation. Coming over Temperance. You know, again, I feel like Temperance is holding energy. It's like she's holding energy back just for a moment. Some of you may have left where you used to live and you find yourself in a new location, or you will. Can I just say, even if it felt like a struggle to get there, it feels like you end up right where you're meant to. And let go of that fear. Like, get it out of your head. I feel like wherever you're going, it's where you're meant to go. At that moment. You gotta let go of the fear of love. I feel like whether you want love in your life or not, because let's face it, let's say, I don't want love. I don't want love. Love hurts, right? Love hurts, that type of thing. So you keep throwing out that negative type of energy. And then it's weird. You go out to a bar, let's say, and again, love sucks. I don't want love. And it seems like every person you meet becomes someone who reinforces that idea in your head. Versus thinking about your own vibration and saying, I'm open to whatever universe feels is right for me, right? Whatever is right for me, whatever my soul of intentions were. Remember, there's more than one. And it, you know, there's 7. It could be every 9-10 years. Like I'm open to whatever divine has in store for me, right? Because I know they have my back at the same time. Doesn't mean you have to say yes to every person you meet, but then you go into that same bar and you have this confidence about you. You have this openness, but yet this, again, confidence. I feel like it's, what happens is the lower vibration, you know, that tries to come towards you, I feel like, it's almost like they can't, right? They can't break a protected barrier by divine. But those who match your vibration can come on in. And that's when you start meeting soul family, you know, like friends that you have for a lifetime. Sometimes a partner, usually a partner that you have, I feel like, for a lifetime. If, you know, if it's meant to be. Again, doesn't mean everything's hunky-dory. But again, I'm just, you know, I feel like you guys want you to really understand energy and vibration. Whoa. Okay, that's way too many cards, but we're going to take the ones that are face up. Well, we have the Ten of Cups. Look at that, the Ten of Cups coming over Temperance and the Queen. of Cups. We're going to pick these up. It's just too many. But look at this. The Ten of Cups. First of all, I want to say real quick, if someone says to you, I promise you the Ten of Cups, you know, you will know, like, at least within, I would say, at least within the first couple months, even if they're trying to just show you their best, their best, you know, face forward, especially with social media. I think it's too easy to find out if someone is going to enhance your life, or are they going to cause distress. You know, I feel like that's part of our lesson, is to know, you know, to feel. And sometimes, you know, if we find ourselves in relationships that aren't good, remember that there's always that 5, right? That 5 always shows. And I feel like there's a door out. Are you going to take it? And I feel like, yeah. But, you know, and I feel like it's just for a few. But, and maybe that's what you're thinking at the same time. Because I feel like the Ten of Cups next to Temperance, no way is that bad. But it is saying in the right time, right? This may say you don't have to worry about the outcome. You only have to worry about the beginning, right? The outcome hasn't truly been created yet because your energy is part of this. So here's the potential of the Ten of Cups next to divine timing, divine order, 7 of Pentacles, soulmate energy, right? It's all here. Abundance in my pentacles, it's all here. The struggle comes first. It just does. But again, like, if I'm in the 9 of Swords and what I'm worrying about is, will I ever have the 10 of Cups? It's like, start at the 2. Start at the 2. You know, enjoy the romance. Right? The beginning. Like, don't skip it. All of that is important. Anyway, here it is. I feel like some of you also may find yourselves, or you already are, after a struggle. I feel like working out of the home. And again, feels very abundant. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Some of you may hear from someone that you went to school with. You used to work with. That type of energy. It's interesting how I'm reading this as a person from the past right off the bat. This is really about knowledge, wanting knowledge, gaining knowledge. It's connected to the 9 of Pentacles, which is beautiful. Many of you, you're becoming a teacher. You know, whether it be philosophy or it's math. You know, I feel like becoming a teacher. Some of you are learning the art of communication. And some of you, I feel like, and maybe all that, plus I feel like some of you may be, there may be some type of communication that, well, it does feel like it comes in from someone that you went to school with, whether it be grade school, high school. This is usually college, but it doesn't have to be. And by the way, sitting right next to the 10 of Pentacles, could be someone from your hometown. We have the Death card. It's interesting because I'm feeling in the Death card with the Ace of Wands above it that this is spiritual help. This is spiritual awareness. I feel like, you know, it's there. You can have it. You can find your way. You can know it's your seed, right? You can be all that you can be. You know, it's interesting because I'm feeling the Death card with the Queen of Pentacles, almost like the Empress, right? Gentle yet strong. All of that. Number 13. Day of my birth. Rebirth. Rebirth. I want to take one more after that. Because I feel like some of you, this is awareness from, you know, from those who have left the world before us, or the earth before us, and now become part of this spiritual team. And you don't have just one spirit helping you. You have layers and layers, right? Layers. And whatever it is I need help in, is what I ask for, right? Maybe I need help in building my pentacles. Well, someone in your spiritual team is the best pentacle maker of all. So they step forward. But we also have love here. Like nothing's being left out. What am I looking at? I want to take one more. I have a feeling it's going to be more than one. But after this death card, well, hello, Ace of Pentacles. Well, we have the World. So, this is a new you. I don't know, guys. I feel like it's a new you. Now, I don't know where you're at on this journey, whether you are still in the Ten of Swords, whether you're just getting awareness of that, or whether you're actually creating a business and you are in it. You know, this is the next chapter. You know, and I have to feel this is the chapter closest to heaven. Whether, you know, why? Because I feel my spiritual guidance in this chapter more than I've ever felt it in my life. Though if you really thought back, you would see where they were, right? I feel like many times, many of you have been saved from experiences that weren't meant to happen, so to speak. You know, like, oh, how did I turn on the wrong road? No street lights. I'm just going to keep on going. You know, where my gut's like, turn around, turn around, turn around. So anyway, I don't know why I'm bringing that up. A new beginning. And look at this. Like, Divine is saying, and you don't think we're here for you. Right? Here's the Ace of Pentacles. Here's the way. This is in your physical world. You know, miracle over here. This is in your physical world. And it's an opportunity that I feel literally can change your world. And I know I say that often, like your world's going to change, but your world does feel like it's going to change. And can I say only for the better? And I feel like, you know, when I'm the energy of the world and I receive the Ace of Pentacles, and I do feel like this is the opportunity to enter this chapter, these aces keep coming. This Ace of Pentacles will keep coming. This Ace of Wands will keep coming. Right? This is not a one-time thing. As a matter of fact, the more aware you are, the more you receive. The more you receive it. You know, this energy in the world, it's almost like I feel like I'm in heaven and there's no need to judge. It's almost like a judge-free zone. Interesting. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there. I feel like that's where I meant to leave it. Yeah, I feel like that's where I meant to leave it. But I do want to read the Miracle card. How could I not? You asked for miracles, and they are given, even if you can't imagine how your present situation could be resolved. God's infinite wisdom contains the solution. This card offers reassurance that a miracle is manifesting for you and your loved ones. It appears in a completely unexpected way. Mother Mary offers you strength and support during this time. She is a source of great emotional comfort and healing. Lean upon her, especially if your faith wavers. Remember that God works with divine timing and may give you guidance as to the necessary steps for you to take to bring the miracle about. The necessary steps for you to take to bring the miracle about. La. And that is where we're going to leave it. Truly, you know, I say this often, but this felt like one of my favorite readings. I feel like this is the way out for many of you. This is you changing your whole perspective and allowing spirit in. And I just want to say congratulations. You know, here is this new chapter after the struggle, but here is the Ace of Pentacles, by the way, that is attached to the Ace of Wands. You know, so this is total awareness, right? This is the light. This is the flame as I travel, right? Even if I travel through darkness, I already have the flame. Now I carry it. Now I know I carry it. And because I know I carry it, it's like I almost create my own miracles. I'm co-creating in this energy. I am connected. And therefore, I am. I love you guys. Again, thank you for the honor of allowing me to do this reading for you, or accepting it, accepting the messages. I feel truly grateful every day. And I thank you for your comments. To me, that's probably the most important thing, because I feel like you help others see what maybe they can't see, right? Or sometimes we help them see that there is the other side of it. And trust me, there is the other side. I've been here and here many times in my life, right? But now I feel like hopefully this is where, chapter of the world, definitely. My spirituality is like off the chart. So anyway, thank you for helping each other out. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the thumbs up. I keep thinking I should say that in the beginning, but I don't even think about it. Thank you for the beautiful donations. It's what keeps the channel alive. And thank you for your subscribes. Just thank you for being part of the family. I feel like you already know you're part of the family. So, welcome to anyone who's new. I feel like there's some major messages in here. So I hope the right people see it. And that's why I'm saying share it. If it, because I feel like many of you have been here, but many are on the other side. So I feel like you're here to see it, and almost experience and be like, and witness it, but also to help others. So I thank you. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking. I love you guys. I will see you in the readings. Bye-bye.